So I saw this next story, and it brought me back. I feel a little bit nostalgic to when my kids were much, much younger, and we used to go to the movie theaters, and there would be great family entertainment back in the day. And I'm talking the Shrek movies, the Madagascar, Toy Story. There was just great stuff out there where you could go and everyone, I enjoyed them. I could flip on Shrek right now and I could watch it. Love that movie. Well, Ted Cruz thinks he is Lord Farquaad. Come on. People have seen Shrek, Lord Farquaad. Yeah. Ted Cruz, thinking that he's some sort of royalty right now, is pushing an amendment in Congress, in essence, to make them like royalty and to protect these members of Congress from us riffraff at the airports. Yeah, the Ted Cruz measure would provide lawmakers a dedicated security escort at airports, along with expedited screening outside of public view. Wait a sec. Wait, you a-holes who like to, make us get shaken down at TSA. Again, for some reason, I don't know. Every single time I go through, they think that I've got some sort of metal device in my calf, for crying out loud. I know for other people, it's actually could be worse than that. But you don't get to go through the ridiculous lines at the airport that we all have to go through. This is Ted Cruz. Yeah, you couldn't make this up if you wanted to. You really couldn't. And it actually gets worse than that. You know those things, air marshals? Oh, I didn't even know this. The TSA spends $800 million a year for air marshals. Do you know that more than half of them are designated for standby for flights for members of Congress? Yeah. There's been zero aviation threats on most of these flights. They actually on standby. One veteran air marshal said that the DC field office was almost exclusively dedicated to VIP services for Congress. The Air Marshal National Council formerly complained that TSA had turned its program into a concierge service and babysitting for members of Congress who exploited the program even for personal flights with no tie to official business. Oh, wow. Again, these are members of again, if you're one of those fools that actually go to these rallies and cheer on these members of Congress when they go up there on stage and they give speeches, aren't you embarrassed? That's at some point in time, you got to garner a little self-respect and understand who these people really are. A big conservative here, Ted Cruz, thinks he's Lord Farquaad and deserves special treatment at the airport. Bloody had to go to JFK, which is basically a third world. It is one of the worst airports I've ever seen in my entire life. You can't even go from the parking garage into the terminal for Delta without walking outside. And if it's pouring rain outside, it's a damn disaster. Lines all over the place. You got Clear, you got TSA. Lines are just as long because they don't have anybody freaking working there. You got to walk through dogs first. It's almost like a damn obstacle course to get on a bloody airplane, for crying out loud. Sorry, Lord Farquaad. Screw you. Wait in line. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.